College football playoff will be expanding. Is this good? Me personally, I don't think so. Now, before I get into why, please make sure to like the video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and let me know down in the comments, how would you do the college football playoff? Is it 4, 8, 12, 16, 32, 85, 127? Let me know down in the comments. Now, as many have already heard at this point, college football will be expanding their playoffs in no later than 2026. And I do not believe that this is a good thing for college football at all. We have seen over the past number of years, you get one, if not both, playoff games are blowouts. And I do not think that adding more teams is going to solve that issue. It's just going to create more of it. And on top of that, you water down the regular season. The rivalry that means the most to me, Ohio State, Michigan, that no longer will have any meaning if they're sitting second and fifth in the standings. It's not going to mean anything because they're both going to make it. And so why would you have your best guys in that final game of the year and risk them getting hurt when you know that you are going to be in? It's just like Alabama Auburn. That game isn't going to mean anything. The SEC championship game isn't going to mean anything. The Big Ten championship isn't going to mean anything. At least not for the higher ranked team. That's more than likely going to be top 4 already. What would be the point of playing? What would be the point? It would mean so much more to a Wisconsin, an Iowa, a Northwestern, who, if they pull off that win, they'll be in. And then you have this whole, oh, Northwestern's better than Ohio State. No, they're not. Ohio State doesn't care because they don't have to care. And yes, I get it. It's the spirit of competition, blah, 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 blah. I'm not risking my players. I don't care what game it is. If I know, A, there's a strong chance I'm going to see you again. So not only are you not going to get my best players, you're not going to get my best strategy. It's not going to happen. At least not in the regular season game. And everybody cheering and applauding this is completely forgetting the whole reason why almost everybody fell in love with college football. Every single game means something. Whether it's Michigan and Appalachian State, all the way to Alabama, LSU. Every game means something. If you lose, you are done. That is what makes college football exciting. Anything can happen any weekend. And if that thing does happen, there are consequences. We are now quickly into that point of college football where now those big games aren't big because there are no consequences. Especially for those top teams of Ohio State, Alabama, Michigan, Notre Dame. Notre Dame is now probably going to be able to stay independent now because they will be in the top 12 almost every single year. And they won't have to go out and play anybody that is really good. They'll lose to USC. They'll beat Stanford. They'll split with Michigan. And they'll make the playoff because 12 teams are in, and Notre Dame has always looked favorably upon in the polls and through the committee. And I'm not saying that is a bad thing. It's just the reality. And this is not, at the end of the day, this is not this is for money. This is pro money, and this goes against anything in college football. I do not like it. Not a fan. And as I said, this waters down the regular season. That game in the middle of nowhere, Iowa, no longer means anything. That game in Santa Clara, fighting for a Pac 12 championship, that no longer means anything. The Big Ten championship, probably not going to mean anything. It wouldn't have last year because I believe Iowa would have been in. So, what's the point? When you add more teams, the it dilutes the season. When you add more teams to a playoff, that's why I've been against expanding the playoffs. That's why nobody watches the first two rounds of the NBA playoffs. Nobody cares. I mean, in baseball, it's is it an elimination game? No. Okay, I'll watch the elimination game, especially in the early rounds of the playoff. I mean, it's just sad where what money has done to college football with this particular move. And hopefully there is a hopefully we have a come to Jesus meeting before this takes place. Because the way that I would do it, and I've said this for quite a few years now, I would still have four teams in the playoffs. However, I wouldn't have the playoff until after bowl season. Have those bowl games mean something. Bring meaning back to these games. The Sugar Bowl, the Rose Bowl, the Fiesta. Make them mean something. And with this, they mean something. You don't have players sitting out of these amazing games. And you got to play off that. And then you got three more games with another massive data point to end off the bowl season and to be more accurate on picking the four best teams. So that let me know down in the comments. Would you rather have 12 teams or would you have a 4-team playoff that doesn't get decided on who's in until after the bowl season? Let me know down in the comments. I'm Dylan Hildreth. This is the Dylan Hildreth Show. Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment down below. Let me know what you think.